Alright guys, so today we're going to make this chat application using Flutter and the ZEGOCLOUD SDKs. So specifically using the ZEGOCLOUD UI. Alright, so let me show you how we can do this. So firstly, we're going to sign the user up. So I'm going to call the user Mike. Then we say Mike at, right, 1, 2, 3. Right, then the username is going to be Michael. Right, so when we log in the user, let's wait for that. Right, so we already have a message I sent from my physical device. So we can actually make a group. And as you can see, let me try to send a message. Right, let me try to send a message. So I'm sending a message from my physical device. So I'll say, hey Mike. All right, so you see the message comes through. Then we can open this, then we can respond to the message as well. Say message received. All right, then we can send this back to my physical device. And as we can see, it's able to send and receive. Right, so I'm going to make a group chat. So we can actually use, you can make a group chat or join a group chat either ways. So we can say a new group chat. Then we can give a group a name. We can say group. Then we give it an ID. We can say 569. Then we invite this user to say Homeboy at 1, 2, 3. Then that's it. We create the group. So there's the group, right? So I'm going to send a new a message from my physical device, right? So just a simple message. Just simply going to say, hey. Right, so there you go. So this is what we're going to make using Flutter and the ZEGOCLOUD SDK. So with all that said, let's get started. All right, so to set up our project, we're going to come to the ZEGOCLOUD UIKits. So I'm going to put these links in the description so we can come here. As you can see, we have this hero page where it says start building. So before we do that, let's go through what these UI kits are. So these are pre-built UI kits that are going to help you build applications faster without any heavy lifting of some sort. So we can go down here. As you can see, there are 20 plus UI kits and 50 plus components, and it's cross-platform and it's also open source, if you can see. So we can go down here, and there are sample applications that can help you jumpstart your project. So there are those for iOS, Android, React or React Native, and Flutter. This is what we're going to make in our video. And then there's vanilla JavaScript. So we can go down here. Yeah, so this is what we're going to focus on. Sorry, not that. We're going to focus on the in-app chat. So we're going to make a simple chat application where you can send voice notes, files such as images, PDF files and everything, and text as well, which is the easiest. So you can come down here and you see they offer 10,000 minutes for free when you just sign up. And yeah, so this is what we're going to build. So with all that said, let's get to the part where we build. So to do that, you have to go on the start building, then you sign up. But I've already signed up for my application, so it's just going to take me directly to my console. All right, so let's do that. You can come here. I'm going to link everything in the description so you can see. There's this page for the in-app chat. So let's go down here. You can read about this at your own time. but we are going to go through the documentation of how we can set up our project. And I've already signed up. You can go in when you're signing up. You're going to have this page pop up where you're going to put your company name, company website, and the job title. Then you can select the industry and then the phone number. And what you have to put here is the country code for your phone number. All right, so we can go here. Already have signed up, so we can come here. So when you get to this page, this is the dashboard. When you fully sign up and you have set everything up, so it will lead you to this page, of which is the dashboard. So on the dashboard, we're going to make an in-app chat application, which you can use for your business, for your social media, or just a personal project that you can use. So you're not limited to anything. So you can go on the in-app chat. Then we can go next. Then here we can give the project a name. So we can say a Zego chat. Right. So let's wait for that to load up. All right, as you can see, it's loading. So the application is creating right now. So you have to wait for this to finish loading and creating your application. So let's wait for that. All right, so that is done running. So we can go back here on this page, then we can go on quick start. So this is where we're going to get a simple documentation of what the steps that we're going to follow for us to fully get this application running. All right, so we're going to go here and copy this command. Then we can go back to our Flutter application. So I have already created the Flutter application. So you can run the Flutter create if you haven't created the application yet. And as you can see, I still haven't changed anything. We just have to add this package to it. So you can add the package, then press enter. Then we can go to the pubspec to YAML file. Then when the package fully and correctly loads up, we're going to see this on our dependencies. All right, so let's wait for that to load up. So all right, so that is done running. So we can see the package right here under the cappuccino icons. So then we can go back here. So as you can see, well, we have to go to the admin console and do the following. We have to create the project, of which we have, and then we have to get the app ID and the app sign of our project to activate the in-app chat service. So all right, so we can go here. Let's go back to the right. So here we are going to press on the project. So as you can see, we have the app sign and the app ID. These are the things that we need. All right. So we're going to get these and then put them in our Flutter application. So I've copied the app ID. So we can come here. All right. So inside our Flutter application, we have the main.dot. Inside the main.dot, sorry, we have the my app. So we can come here and just clear everything going down here. Great. All right, so here we're going to we have the home screen, which is just returning a placeholder, right? So we can go back here. Let's go here. Then we just import the home screen. All right, so we can say home screen. All right, here we go. So then the thing that we followed here, because we are from copying this is the app ID, right? So we can go back here. And then outside the screens folder, we can create another folder and then we can call it data. So inside the data, we can have a file and call it config data. Okay, so we're going to call it config data dot. So this is going to be a class. So we can say class, then we say config data. Then the first thing we're going to have is since the app ID is a number, so we're going to have it as an integer. So right here we're going to say final, then we name it app ID. All right, so app ID. Then next we can have the app sign. All right, so the app sign is going to be of type string. All right, and then the app ID is going to be of type int. So we can just simply, don't mind this, we can just simply paste them in here when you copy them. All right, so I'm not going to share my my app side and my app ID with you guys. So sorry about that. You have to create your own application to get those. All right, so next we have to, let's go back here. So next we have to activate the in-app chat service. So we have to go back to the project. Then we go on service management. Then in service management, we have to go to in-app chat. Then we activate. So yeah, we can just simply go on ready to activate. All right, so that our project gets to be activated. All right, so in-app chat service is being activated. So we have to wait for this to finish up. All right, so once that is activated, we can go here. So here we have to put this in our main dot. So we can go back here. Then we can simply go to the main dot. Then inside the main, we can put this, and then we can just simply import the ZimKit. So this ZimKit. This is the package that we had installed earlier, if you remember that. So this is it here. So let's go back to the, okay. So here we can load this up. We can just simply import it. All right, so once that is imported, let me even remove this. All right, these are going to help us with what we're doing. So here, where we simply have to import these that we have here, from our config data. So we're going to do that next. So all right, this is going to give errors as long as these are not static. So we can do that while we're still here. So we just make all of them static and put a placeholder for the app ID. So this is not my exact ID. This is just something I've put there. All right, so as we can see, that error is gone. So we can go back here. All right, so the next thing is, all right, we're going to design a UI for us to use this part of the package. So let's do that next. All right, so for the UI, we're going to get these two inputs when the user signs up, or in our case, when the user logs in, because I don't want to complicate this for you guys right now. So firstly, we're going to use the user ID. This is the ID that we're going to get from the user. Then we're going to get the username. This is just a name that the user will give. So for that, we're this for us, we're going to use as the email address. Then this is just going to be the basic username. So we're going to set up this. Firstly, we're going to have a login screen. This is what is going to have this. We're going to get these values from a text field using controllers. So with that said, let's get to the UI. All right, so for the UI, we're going to have this. We already did this, all right? So we'll go back here. So we have the application here. So as we can see, so here we're going to have inside the screens, we're going to make another screen called the login screen. Dot, right, which is going to be a stateless widget. So inside the login screen, we're simply just going to retain a scaffold. So inside the scaffold, we're going to return a column. So this is just going to be, we currently have a blank column right now. So this is where we're also going to put our text fields. So we're going to have controllers on top here. So the controller, okay, the controller is going to get these inputs as I had mentioned earlier. So we're going to get the user ID, then the username as well. So let's go back to VS Code. So here we write those. All right, so we have written the controllers here. So next we are going to make the UI for the login screen. So don't mind this. This is just Copilot doing its thing. All right, so next we make the login screen, which is going to direct us to the home screen, which is going to have a username on top there. All right, so let's make the design for the login screen. All right, so we've put the text fields here. So we have the username text field, which is going to get this, the username. Then the next one is going to take the user ID. So let's go back here. Sorry. So this one is going to take the username, and then this is what this one is going to get the password. So this is just basically the ID, which is going to be the password. So we can rename this the ID. All right, so we have the username and the user ID controller. So this is where we're going to put them. But nextly, we have to have a button here. So we have to use a sized box. So I'm just going to copy this sized box from here, then paste it down here, which is just going to be, the button is just going to be a simple container that is going to be have a width of double dot infinity and a height of 50. So let's do that. All right, so this is our button container. So it has the width of double dot infinity, then the height of 50, then the decoration, we have the color, of which is going to be a white button, then the border radius of 12, and then it's going to have the text called login. So we just have to, let's try to load this and see how it looks on the screen as we are designing it. So let's replace this with the login screen. So say login screen. Then we simply just import this. All right, so it's imported on top here. Then we can remove the home screen from the imports. Then we just simply have to reload this, and then it takes us to the login screen. All right, so this is what we have so far. And as we can see, the button doesn't look nice. So let's go back to the home screen and just center this. All right, so once we center this, then we can give this, make it look better. All right, so we give it a text style, and font weight, font size, we give it 18. The font weight, we make it bold. So let's see what we have. All right, so far so good. Then we can just change this to, sorry about that. We can just change this color to have the background color, right? All right, so we've given it this color. So we just have to reload and see what we have. All right, so far so good. All right, so we can just simply format this for now. All right, so it's formatted. It's easier to read the code like this. Then we can just make this a little bit bigger. So we give it 20, then reload it again. All right, so this is what we have so far. So far so good. Then here we're going to wrap this button, this right here. So this is just a container. Okay, then we wrap this, so you can say wrap with widget. Then we wrap it with a gesture detector so that we can use the on tap feature. So we say on tap, then on tap, then we get the function in here. So let's go. All right, so inside the on tap, so here we're going to have an if statement to check if the user input is empty. Right, so if these fields are empty, it shouldn't direct us to the next screen. So it should give us an error or show us something, or just print something on the screen telling us that these fields are empty currently. So for that, we're going to make this, firstly, we're going to make this an async function. All right, so inside here, we're going to say if user ID controller dot text. Don't mind these code suggestions. This is just Copilot. All right, so dot is not empty, right? And then we say and, right? So we can also use that the username controller. So we can also check for it. So if these two are not empty, then we can have this logic right here. So we can say ZEGOCLOUD dot connect user. Then we give that user ID. Then there we give the username as well. So let's go back there. So this is simply the logic that we're going to have. Then it is going to navigate us to the home screen, right? So here we say ZEGOCLOUD. But before we do that, we have to await this. All right, so let me await. So say zimkit, then say .connect. Sorry, this has to be a function. Then we say .connect. Right, so connect user. Then the user ID is simply just going to use the user ID controller, user ID controller dot text, right, dot trim, to remove any white blank lines. Then the next argument we're going to have is the name. So this function is coming from the ZEGOCLOUD UI kit. So you can see here, there it is. All right, so name, then the name, we're simply going to put it like that. Right, so let me format it so that we see the entire code. Right, so it's like this. All right, so after this is authenticated, as we can see, then next we navigate the home screen. Right, so we're simply just going to say navigator dot say getter. Right, so we have the navigator, which is of dot context, then the push replacement, then it takes us to the home screen. So inside the home screen, let's go back here. So inside the home screen, we're going to have a string that is going to display the username on top there. So we're going to get this username from these fields that we're entering here. So here it's going to be required. So say, right, so a string which is going to be username, then require this dot username. Then we can go here. Let's go back here. So here, as we can see, it's requiring, it's missing a named parameter, so which is username. So here we simply add the required thing. Right, so after that we can simply say user name controller. Right, so this is just simply going to get the username. Right, so let me move it so that we see. So it's going to have a user name controller dot text, which we're getting from here, and then we trim it. All right, so this is what we have so far, and we're not going to proceed from this because we are not done setting it up for Android, since we're bidding for Android. So here, with this Android and this iOS, since we're doing it for Flutter. So if you're doing it for iOS, you can follow these instructions down here. But if you're on Android like me, we're going to use this to set up the application. So that is done. Then let's fully finish setting it up, and then we go to building the home screen UI. All right, so down here we go to the, so this actually gives us the file location where we're going to find the build.gradle. So this is on the up level. So we can just go and simply change the compile SDK version to 33. Right, so let me check. Yeah, we modify the compile SDK version to 33. Right, so let's go here. Right, so in Android, we go inside Android. Right, so then we go up. Then this is the build.sdk that we are following. Then we go here. So this is what it's saying. We put it to this. Right, sorry. So we assign it to 33. Right, so that is set up. Then we have to change also the main SDK version. So we assign this to 21. So let's go to the main SDK version. All right, so this is still, we're still inside here. So we simply say 21. All right, so we're done with this one. All right, so main SDKs, and then we add the permission. So we just simply have to copy this. Then again, you have to check the where the file is found in the directory. So we have to go to the Android manifest.xml file. So this is in the app, then the SRC folder, then inside the main folder, then this is the file, the Android manifest.xml. So we copy this again. Right. Right. So inside the SRC, then we go inside the main, then we go here. So here, this is where we're going to put our permissions. So we paste them there. Right. Then Okay, yeah, this is the screenshot of us pasting it. So to prevent the code obfuscation, so to prevent, we have to put this. So in your projects, in your project, we have to go inside the app folder, then create a pro-guard rules.pro file with the following content as shown below. So we copy this, right? So firstly, we have to copy this, then we have to make that file inside there. So inside our app folder, right? Let's go there. So inside our app folder, then let's close these. All right, so is it inside the SRC? So just inside the Android, then app folder. That's where we have to create this file, right? Then we just paste the name there, and we make that file. Then inside this file, this is where we're going to paste this code right here, right? So that's it. Then we go down here. So add the following config code to the release part of the project. So we have to go inside the Android app, then build.gradle. So we copy this, then we go inside our app.gradle. So this is that app.gradle that's inside the app folder, right? All right, so now we just paste it inside the build types, then inside the release. So we just paste it down there, right? So what's the next step? All right, so with that, we are done. We just have to simply restart everything. We just have to rebuild everything from here. All right, so let's close these files. This part of that is done. All right, so let's just reload this. Stop the application, then we reload it, right? All right, so no errors so far so good. This is already loaded up. So, but before we do that, let's add an else statement down here, right? All right, so else, then if we have nothing in the fields here, we can just print something down there. So let's go print, then we can just say, all right. All right, so far so good. All right, so let's try to reload this so that everything is up to date with all the changes we've made. All right, so we're going to put our user ID and the username. So firstly, we're going to start with the user ID, which is just going to be Mike at, you can say email.com. All right, and then the username, we can just say Mike. So our email is our ID. So let's try to log in. All right, so as you can see, we've logged in and we're on the user, we're on the home page. So on the home page, we can change a few things here. See if what we have done, if it's able to pick the name we've entered from there. So let's do that. All right, so let's reload this. All right, so far so good. The name is there. So the next thing is we have to put a button here on top for us to start chatting. So to do that, we go back here. So if we go through this, we can see inside our app bar, inside the documentation. So we have the app bar, and then the app bar as actions. This actions has a homepage pop-up menu button, of which is a pop-up button. So this will display options whether you want to start a one-on-one chat, a group chat, or if you want to create a group. So we're going to simply just going to go here. This is going to be the body of our chat application. So let's copy this. So as we can see, this is a custom sort of a list view that comes from the ZimKit, ZEGOCLOUD package. So as we can see, it has the onPressed. So the onPressed takes in the context, the conversation, and the default action. So let's do this. Let's go here, do this, and this is a function, right? All right. So inside this function, we have a navigator.push, which is going to simply just take us to the conversation that is clicked on, right? So let's go back here. I'll fully explain it from here, right? All right. So this ZimKit message list page has a conversation ID, and then it has the conversation type. All right, so this is going to be displayed here. These conversations are going to be displayed here once we start um, doing the conversation. So we can go back here and remove this banner, right? So debug banner, let me set it to false, right? Let's reload this. All right, so as you can see, it's saying load failed, please click to retry, of which we currently don't have any conversations there, so that's acceptable, right? So we can go to the home screen. So inside the home screen, we can go down here in the up bar, then we say actions. Then the actions, for us to have those actions, we're going to have, okay, let's do this. Let's make a pop-up. So inside the screens, we're going to make a, let's say, home screen pop-up. All right, so it's called home screen pop-up. So dot, then we press enter. Then we can make this a stateful widget. Then we just give it the name. Okay, right. So in here, this is going to have controllers. Okay, controllers. Right. Right. So we have the group name, then the um, group name controller, the username controller, the group ID controller, then the user ID controller as well. So here we're going to have a pop-up menu button. Right. So this is what we're simply just going to return inside our home screen pop-up. Right. All right, pop-up menu. Then we inside this item builder, we just return. All right, so we do return. All right, so this is where we're going to put our pop-up menu items. So the first item we're going to have is, it's going to be a one-on-one chat. So here we're simply just going to have a list style, right? So a list style, right? So don't mind that. That is just Copilot suggesting its code, right, which I'm not going to use. Right, so inside the list style, we're going to have a leading. So leading is going to have an icon, of which is just going to simply be a chat bubble. Right, so next thing is we're going to give it a title, right? So we simply say title. All right, so we call it new chat, but we have to get rid of this error down here. So we remove that. All right, so we have the new chat, then we can just style it a bit to have that login screen theme. All right, so giving it that dark bluish color. All right, so then we can give it the max line of all right, so let's go outside here. Then we give it a max line. All right, so we give it a max line of 1. All right, so let's format the code. All right, so everything is formatted here. All right, so all right, then this has to have a on top value. So let's go here. Let's say on top. Then, sorry, okay. So and then for this on top value, we're going to have a function, a narrow function, right? That takes us to the ZimKit. So say ZimKit. All right, so we say dot, then we say show, then we say default new peer dialog. So this is just going to start a new chat for us, right? All right, so now we have to give this pop-up menu a value. So the value is just simply going to be called new chat. All right, so this is what we have so far. So let's try to reload this. All right, so I've restarted the application. Then we can give it an ID, and we give it a name. And when we log in, it takes us to the home screen with my name right there, right? All right, so for us to be able to see it there, we need to give this pop-up um, menu button an icon. So say icon. All right, so the icon is just going to be, it's okay, let's look for an icon. All right, so we're going to use the send icon. All right, so let's reload that. All right, so that is not going to show until we go here. So inside here, we can get this to be a const. All right, so here we put the home screen pop up. All right, so now let's try to see what we have. All right, so this is what we have so far. So when we click here, it gives us this dialog, and then when we press on that, it gives us this dialog as well. All right, so let's add the other forms of messaging that we have here. So firstly, we have this pop-up menu. It's for the peer-to-peer, right? It's sorry, it's for creating a new peer message. All right, so when we go here, we have to change this. We have to change a few things from here. We have to make it into a group chat. All right, all right. Okay, so we've switched this to, all right, so new group. All right, so this is for the new group. Now we have to put another one for someone to join a group. All right, so let's put this here. Simply copy this. All right, so we can just change a few things from here. All right, so join group, and we can come here so that we don't waste much time. Join group, and we can also join group there. All right, so this is what we have so far. So we can reload this. All right, so that is loaded. Then when we go here, it gives us a new list. So we have a new chat, new group, and join group as well. All right, so far so good. So let me try to log in with my phone on the other end so that we see the chat happening in real time. All right, so we currently have no messages. So I'm going to send a message from my phone, my physical phone, to this emulator that's on the screen right now. So yeah. All right, so we'll receive the message. So we can go here, click on the message, and then it directs us to the message. Then here we can also send a response, which is going to go back to my physical phone, okay, which I have here. So I'm going to send a file. I'm going to send a file from my phone to the emulator here, then allow it. Great. So I've sent. There it is. Okay, it's taking a little bit of time to load. Right, so there we have it. I've sent my YouTube logo to there. All right, so this is how you can make this application in Flutter using Flutter and the ZEGOCLOUD SDK. So yeah, that's it for now, and I'll see you in the next video. So you can like, subscribe, and try out the ZimKit UIKits, Zego ZimKit UIKits package. All right.